G'day, Tom Garman, sales representative at Apex Results Realty, located in Burlington, Ontario, operate from Grimsby through to West Mississauga. So the date is the 14th of May, and this is the real estate update for this month. Now, I didn't do anything in April. I got busy, got off track on a bunch of things, and bam, it's just the end of the month. I'm already at mid-month, and I'm behind on things because real estate and everything else going on in life, you get busy. So let's go over the format here. Interest rates. Historically low. It wasn't that long ago that one of the local credit unions, a nice size one, actually put out a special interest rate for an 18-month period. It was less than 2%. Off the top, I think it was 1.8% for an 18-month fixed term. I have clients who are looking to purchase. My first answer was take it. Interest rates will likely stay around where they are currently for the next 2 years. So if you could have taken advantage of that, should have done it. 18 months, not a huge difference, but you pay that down like it was the normal 2.74% that you were likely registered for. So you'd actually have a bit of benefit of knocking down some of the capital off of your mortgage. Anyway, so interest rates still low. No changes going on. There have been one or two little things where, oh, we're going to not do anything. And that's been basically it. Inventory. Yeah, inventory's out there. If you're in a higher priced area, people are coming out and taking a look. The market is not flooded with listings right now. A lot of people are looking at purchasing. People have sold their bigger property and are moving on, and that can be some competition. I last night was dealing with, I'll leave that for a little bit. This is actually, it's interesting. Yeah, so inventory is a little bit lower than I would like to see it, and it seems like multiple offers is the standard right now. So we're fully into the spring market. The supply of property on the market has to increase at some point, or perhaps sellers are simply, again, nervous, or they're waiting an extra year, making sure they're not going to have any penalties from their mortgage if they cancel early because they're moving, or they just want to pay a bit more down, they're a bit nervous about what's going on long term. So we have less inventory on the market than I would like to see right now. And I've already said multiple offers a few times. I'm exhausted. I was out in a multiple offer situation last night. Really nice couple. We go through properties, and the listing paperwork says no offers for 5, 6, 7 days. Offer presentation at, say, 6 p.m. Now, we've seen a couple of places we like, and personally, my answer is if you see multiple offers, walk away. You're helping sell get more money, unless that is the property. For first-time buyers, they usually have more flexibility on that. You know, they want something decent, they want a nice area, but unless they're looking to live there for the next 20 years, like this is, if they say, I'm looking for a starter, then it's keep looking. Find something that doesn't need too much work, or it's done. And the multiple offer situation where it seems like every property has multiple offers on it, that's going to end soon. Even if we're at the beginning of summer or into summer at that point, that's when you can turn around and get a more realistic price on a property, instead of maybe discovering that people are purchasing properties for $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 more than the list price. Now, I was in Hamilton for this. There were 6 offers. And for first-time home buyers, I have to always put on the standard 3 conditions. I'm always going to have a finance condition in there unless they're purchasing cash. If they need a mortgage, you have to have it. Home inspection and insurance, because you never know what's going on in the background of property. The property last night needed a lot of work. It was the same owners for something like 50 years. Old windows. The entire house was very, very dated. It was priced properly for the area, for the market, needing a bit of work. I wouldn't have gone at full price normally. We came in with best foot forward on that for price, but we left the conditions on. So it sold for more than we offered. Don't know that actual dollar figure yet, but it sold for more, and it sold for cash, no conditions. So right now, I don't see a realistic market. This is not how real estate normally operates. People are getting nervous on the buying side because I've got to see it. I've got to get in the door. I got my offer already in my hand, and I got to give it to them the second I walk in. They're not going to let you most of the time now. Now, Hamilton, of course, is a unique situation because the prices are lower, and you have a lot of people from Toronto, Mississauga, Oakville, even Burlington, looking at moving to downtown Hamilton. There's change coming. Go stations are going in. They're talking about doing more changes. They're gentrifying the downtown core, and they're trying to renovate it. And I love it. Hamilton's an awesome place to go to. A lot of post-war and pre-war construction downtown. A lot of what people wouldn't really like those neighborhoods, but that's the same sort of neighborhood you saw in Toronto 15, 20 years ago. And then those prices started going up, and the locals moved out in a lot of cases because they were getting a lot of money. And you take a look at a property that was maybe selling for $200,000 12, 13 years ago, maybe a little bit longer. And those are going for close to $1 million today. You're not going to see that price point in downtown Hamilton, but the pressure there is going to exist for a while. So if you're a buyer, get all your ducks lined up in a row. Make sure if you have to have a finance condition, you've got it good to go. You know what you're qualified for. You're nowhere near the max you're purchasing. I would still leave those conditions on to protect yourself. Otherwise, if the bank turns around and suddenly says, you know what, we took the brakes on this multiple offer situation in this area. It seems like 3 out of 4 properties are going for pretty much close to list price or over by a good bit. We're going to start looking at people who are a bit questionable and say, we want to see a bit more cash down. Don't be in that situation. Don't end up getting sued because you can't close a transaction. Sellers. I did a walkthrough on a property last night. These are past clients. They're awesome. I think they're great people. They're looking, saying, what should we do? And they're talking about time frames. My answer was, if we can list by next Friday, so the 22nd, I think they can get probably a good bit of coin at the moment because there is a full in-law suite. And that can be nicely rented out, if necessary, for some young couple who wishes to purchase their first home. But they want to take a bit longer to do it because they have 2 small children. So my answer was, you either have the fall market or you're going to have to go next year. Spring, they're talking about maybe July, beginning of August. Sorry, summer, end of July, beginning of August. Not a good time to list. Always a good time to move on in real estate. People will always do it. But if you want that bit of a rush, not acceptable. It's not going to work. So that's it right now. Where do I see everything going? Well, right now it's insane. I wish I had more buyers and I wish I had listings, because you know what? It's not a normal market. You work a lot, but things happen very, very fast. It's not a 45-day cycle. It's an 8-day cycle. And you have to track everything and more in those 8 days than you would in 45. What's going to happen is this is going to carry on for a little bit longer. It's going to start cooling down. More people will list, or some of the buyers will get out of the market because they've purchased. Some buyers will turn around, throw their hands up in the air, and say, "I'm going to keep renting. This is silly." I would say sometime in June or July, we're likely going to see in this area the market's slow. And yes, it's busy everywhere. So I'd see these markets are going to slow, but it could even go into summer. It's happened in past where, whoa, look at how much we're paying, and there's multiple offer situation July 5th. Okay, if that happens, slowdown will happen after. Now, honestly, some of the prices people are paying, the market's not caught up to that, so some people will be burned, or they'll be sitting there with a house that they've paid $20,000 or $30,000 more for. That's not worth it today. But if the market keeps going on, it will be. I think the summer will slow us down a little bit. Not as long. I think it's maybe a more drawn out spring. So we're going to see a slowdown over the summer, and then we'll have a fall market again. And then before Christmas, probably by end of November, I'd expect this to slow down again. The government's not putting a lot of tight controls on to slow anything down in the way of the market, to get buyers or sellers to, step back and think about it. I think that's going to happen later If they did something small right now, well, if they try to slow the market, what'll happen is everyone will be say, I've got 30 days, and they'll go running out and it will go insane. If they announce something for 4 months from now, nothing will happen. Too far for people to be concerned about. So if the government decides at some point to actually bump up the interest rate, or if we hear a rumor about that, prime's going up a little bit, the rush will be even worse. Anyway, I've talked a long time, not said a great deal other than the fact that it's really busy right now. If you're buying, have your ducks in a row. If you're selling, be listed now. Give over a weekend, have an open house, no offers until say the following Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. Be on the market for about 5 to 7 days should do you. If you're not listing until the end of May, I don't know. I can only speak to what's happening right now, and it is insane. But with that, you're also not pricing high. You're pricing a little low to entice those people to bring in those offers because they are out there. You take care. I hope you're getting more sleep than I am at the moment and having more success with your work. What else is there? Oh yeah, hey, you know what? Remember, always stay positive.